you, Graham. If you love apples and cinnamon, then we have the perfect cake for you. We're making apple cinnamon cake with cinnamon glaze. Our dessert diva, Danette Randall, joins us live in studio to show us how to make the dessert. Hi,
yes.
friend.
Hi, friend. And who doesn't love cinnamon and apples?
I love both of them.
And it's going to go really nice after Kelly's fish.
Yes.
Which smells delicious in here.
It is delicious.
It is delicious. See, she makes something kind of fancy, and I make like an apple cake. It looks like Naugahyde over there. Like,
no, I think it looks delicious with the fresh
really?
cream. Yeah.
Oh,
is it fresh?
Yes.
Diva! Oh my God, we won't even go there. I won't talk about it again.
Whipped cream, but I didn't this time. It's okay. All right, very simple fall treat. 350 degrees your oven. Now if you want to toast, I toasted the walnuts. You just want to lay them out on a baking pan. About 5 to 7 minutes, you'll start to smell the fragrant wafting through the air.
Can you do it on the stove too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And you know, you don't even really need to. I just think it adds a little bit of extra crunch and just brings out a little bit more flavor.
Totally agree.
Do that, take it out, leave your oven on. So what I have here is a 1.5 cups of flour, just all-purpose flour.
Could I use half whole wheat if I want?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
You could use all whole wheat.
All right.
It's it's a little denser if you use the whole wheat, but
a little drier.
So then well, it won't be too dry, and I'll get to that in a minute, Angie.
Ooh, excellent.
Let me fill you in. All right, 3/4 cup of sugar. You could use brown sugar. You could use, whatever you'd like. This one is hard to do with agave nectar, but you could do a little bit of agave nectar if you did want to substitute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to do half-half.
So we're doing just a teaspoon of baking powder.
I've never seen someone just shake it out like that. You're so trusting in yourself.
I really am. I really am. All right, so now we're going to do teaspoon of cinnamon, and then you're just going to kind of stir this on up. Your red looks really nice today.
Thank you. Chris demanded I match his tie.
Yeah,
so
you guys match.
He texted me and said I had to wear a red dress.
It's adorable.
So bossy.
Nobody called me.
He's like, Tom, bossy.
Tom's very bossy. All right, so we're stirring that on up. What I have here is 6 tablespoons of butter.
How many? 6?
6.
Okay.
And it's really not that. I know you're always saying, but it's in the whole cake. It's not that much.
Okay.
Think of it as you're eating a piece, not the whole cake.
Right, and you always say this. It's all natural. You're not getting the hydrogenated oils like you get in a lot of baked goods at the store.
And like I said before, you're not eating the whole cake for heaven's sake.
Well, it depends on who you are.
Well, that's true, and this is so good. You just might want to.
I can never really stop at 1. I like at least 2.
You're going to stir this on up. Now you can see that this is a little bit dry, and
kind of like crust.
Yep, and that's exactly the way we want it.
Okay.
What I have here is 3 eggs with 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Love vanilla. Do you like real vanilla or do you use the fake?
No,
real. I'm just asking. Don't get so offended.
I'm not, but holy cow. Oh, I mean, if you have it at home, please use the.
Right,
please
but you like the real.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're just going to stir that on up, and you can see that's already the cake batter. See how fast that all kind of... that happened.
No, you have to.
Now,
how long does it take to do all these apples?
That did not take long at all. You just chopped it. What I have here is Gala and Granny Smith.
Granny Smith are really
like
tart.
The combination. The Granny Smith are really tart. The Gala is tart, but still has that little bite of sweetness to it. And so you could use all one apple, but I like this. So what I have here is 4 apples. I use 2 and 2. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Is that to keep it from getting brown?
Correct. And then it also doesn't hurt for the little bit of tang that it adds. But yeah, it's absolutely for the brown. And all you want to do is toss the apples so that they're all perfectly coated. Now the apples, we're talking about using the whole wheat flour, there's so much moisture in the apples that you could use like a white rice flour or an almond flour or a whole wheat flour.
That gluten-free Bob's Red Mill or whatever. Okay.
You could do that, and there's so much moisture from these apples that you don't have to worry. It won't dry it out.
All right.
So you're going to now take your half a cup. You can use more if you'd like. I think half a cup's perfect.
Do you sprinkle any on top too, or just mix them in?
Nope, I just mix them on in. Just stir that on up.
Did you try this out on your husband?
Yes, of course.
How many times does he have to try your desserts? Sometimes is it multiple times?
Every day.
Because he blames you for his slight weight gain.
Yes, I know. I hear it quite often.
It was just Danette.
I hear it quite often. Like, go ride a bike.
He's not around.
Go ride a bike. He did.
Chris says he heard it.
All right, so we're just going to press that on into a 9x9, 8x8 pan.
Oh, so you
can see a little bit of parchment paper makes it easier to lift up.
Really? And it won't burn?
No, No, parchment paper, that's what it's made for. Parchment paper, you put it on underneath cookies, you put it on underneath the cake. So you're just going to spread this around. What I like to do is just add a little bit more cinnamon on the top. You're going to bake this for 45 to 50 minutes. It's going to be nice and golden brown.
Like this.
And bubbly. And then I've done a quick cinnamon glaze, which is just powdered sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of milk, stirred it on up, and we poured it on top, and it just adds a really nice bite of cinnamon and sweetness.
And it's so cool the way you did the fresh whipped cream that actually has the shape of it coming out of a can. It's so cool how you can make it look like that, even though it's fresh. She almost always does the fresh whipped cream. I like it when you put almond in it. Just a little touch of almond.
The almond is so good. You can get fresh whipped cream down at Waffle Brothers, Angie. If you'd like to go get Dessert Diva Diaries down at Waffle Brothers at 4th and Corona, then be my guest.
I will be your guest when you're taking me.
Yes.
Thanks, Diva. All right, coming up, a TV drama about